Hello and welcome to Your Shout, the feature where you send me in your clips, we process them and then we show everybody else the opinions and views of, perhaps at the moment, slightly frustrated Hammers fans. Let's kick it off with Rob. Rob has kindly sent in this video and he wants to talk about the transfer strategy and window so far.
It's a classic case of same old from our owners at the moment in the transfer market. Squabbling over £2.5 million with Man City over Kelechi Iheanacho. Just sign it. £2.5 million and a buyback fee. That means for them to operate that buyback fee, he's going to be worth more than £35 million anyway by the time we're done. So we'll have got £25 million player who is far better than £25 million. It's basically, it seems like a pretty good deal. Obviously, we'd lose him if he's good, but we'll lose him if he's good anyway. And for the difference of losing between £37.5 million and £35 million, who cares? What can you get with that £2.5 million, really? I mean, other than our stadium for a year. But that being said, transfer window, we've already missed out on one target to Everton. And I feel like the same thing's going to happen again. Like this Giroud thing looks like a bit of a smokescreen. He'll probably end up going to France. But it is not even open yet. So we don't have to worry too much. But I think if there's nothing sort of wrapped up in the first 2 weeks of July, I'm going to start feeling a little bit concerned that we're going to end up with the same situation as last year, where we panic by Zaza and sort of panic by IU and panic loan Caleri. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But then, of course, we've always got Enner Valencia back, so all's well.
Cup half full there, Rob. Cup half full. Don't worry about the Iheanacho pronunciation, by the way, because I spent ages trying to learn the pronunciation of Onyekuru, only to see him go to Everton, so it might even be a curse if you do learn it. The next video sender, whatever you want to call them, is Andrew, who writes for Brace the Hammer. Andrew doesn't have any problems with pronunciations at all. He's got Iheanacho, he's got your Mönchengladbachs. Have a look.
So far, the only activity at the London Stadium this summer is the stadium preparing for the World Athletics Track and Field Championships in August, because West Ham's summer thus far has been about as productive as Simone Zaza's production for the club last season, which was, of course, nothing. Now that is both bad news, but also good news. The bad news is that we haven't made any new signings. The good news is that we haven't made any bad new signings, especially after last summer, well, almost every signing that we made, even though it looked very promising in August last year, turned out to be complete and utter flops, especially Simone Zaza, especially Harvard Norvite, and for the retired Alvaro Arbeloa, who was practically on his retirement tour last year in the London Stadium. So the only meaningful good thing so far in this summer for us in terms of transfers is the fact that Reece Oxford is getting loan time at Borussia Mönchengladbach. The perfect summer, though, for West Ham still is in reach in terms of transfers for Slaven Bilic and the Davids, even though they can be very weird. If they can still get Kelechi Iheanacho and just any goalkeeper that is better than Darren Randolph and the diminished Adrian, then it's a summer of transfer win, especially when it seems like they're going to be investing more in the young players of our quality academy to see what they got, which is something that we were begging for so much last season from the entire Hammers fan base.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Andrew, they're talking about Havard Nordveit, amongst others, who some know as merely the Norwegian. And next up, we got Baz. No, need no introduction. You all know Baz.
Hello all, Baz Cox here. Happy summer to you. How much are you missing this football? This is doing my nutting. And I've still got to wait until the 28th of July until I'm out in Germany supporting the lads for 2 games against Werder Bremen. Who's going? We'll have a little beer out there, shall we? Or Jaeger, because I don't mind a few Jaegers, as you know. Summer, this football not being there, it's killing me, and all I keep seeing is this speculation week after week, day after day. We're signing him, we want him, we're interested in him. It just don't end, does it? All I want to see is that player holding that shirt and telling us he's part of our club now. Great signing in my opinion so far in Zabaleta. just what we needed. But I do feel the club have to, and they have to show their ambition, our board, and put their money in their pocket and put it on the table and pay for these top strikers that the football club needs. Someone that can bag us 20, 25 goals a season. I don't think one's enough, unfortunately, because the likes of Andy Carroll and Saka, they don't stay fit for long enough. If they did, I'd say we only want one, but we all know what we get out of them, and it's only usually 40 to 60% of a season if we're lucky, unfortunately. Anyway, the players we're linked with. Giroud, great addition. Proved he can score goals at this level. Pay what it takes. Iniactivity, scores goals. They're just worth having a punt on. Don't worry about the buyback clause. Just accept it. Just pay what they want. You know, we don't get these deals signed because we haggle too much and we want everything cheap. But then when someone comes to us and says, oh, we give you 7 million for Antonio, all of a sudden we're being insulted and they're insulting us. It goes both ways, West Ham. We have to invest now. We made a move. We tried making a statement. The statement of moving grounds means absolutely fuck all if we do not put our money, well, not us personally, but the owners, put their money where their mouth is. We would have been happy and content at staying at Upton Park, finishing between 8th and 12th in front of 36,000. We don't need a 60,000 seater stadium to do that. Compete. You promised us, you sold us a dream that we would try and compete with the top teams, and that, I'm afraid, takes your money to help us do that. Without it, we didn't need to move. You could have done nothing. You could have kept us as we was, and all of us would have still been happy. Granted, more people get to watch us each week, but that wasn't the promise you made. If you deliver what you promised, I don't think you'll have any happier set of supporters in this world than what we are. We're loyal to the core. We're there week in, week out, no matter what. Come rain, come shine, win, lose, draw. We're there. We're in voice. Players know that. You owners should know that. Put your money where your mouth is. Give us something extra to cheer about. Get this team going up there. Compete with them. All it takes is plenty of that. If not, we could have stayed there. Have a good summer, you lot.
And thank you very much, Baz. Baz, who lives in Hampshire, that's dedication for you. He's travelled all the way up to Upton Park Station just to give himself a proper backdrop to do a video. Learn, you lot, learn. Right, we've got one more left, not from Hampshire and not from Upton Park. This is Mr B, as he's known on Twitter. Mr B is coming from sunny Cornwall. Let's see what he's got to say.
Hello, fellow Hammers. I just thought I'd have a quick ramble on about this Onikuru fella who seems to be going to Everton. Trying to put a bit of perspective on it, I think. Hopefully I can, in my own brain. To be honest, 4 or 5 weeks ago, certainly before a certain well-known in the know actually mentioned this guy, had anybody even heard of him? I know I certainly hadn't, and I watch a bit of French football, no knowledge of him at all. Yet now he seems to be going to Everton. There seems to be an outpouring that we've lost some superstar. Potentially, maybe, but we don't know. There's a possibility that he could really turn out to cut the mustard, but it won't be in a West Ham shirt. It'll be an Everton one for the sound of it. I think what's more concerning is another young guy who is looking to go elsewhere rather than come to us. Whether or not it's because we just didn't offer enough, or whether or not, looking at Everton at the moment, I think it's probably fair. They've got a better setup than we have. They've got a good manager. He's not afraid to play youth. They play good football, and I think that showed last season. At the moment, I think we are light years behind Everton. I don't think we're in the same league. When they've got people like Barkley, they're looking to out because they're building a decent squad. We've got some good players, but I still think we are way short of being up with Everton. And the thing that worries me is obviously the lack of transfers, but this reliance upon playing people that are, I don't say past their sell-by date, but getting towards the end of it. Bilic doesn't want to blood youth at all. I think most of our youth team are going to be going out on loan. I just, for a young player, I would be quite concerned at where my opportunities are going to come from. Wearing a West Ham shirt, I think they're going to be, elsewhere. To be honest.
A very frustrated Mr B there, who's been searching French football far and wide for a guy that plies his trade in the Belgium League. But don't worry, it's an easy mistake to make. He'll be coming back to England, signing some papers, and then going back out to the Belgium League to play there for another year. But thank you very much for sending your video. In fact, thank you to everybody who sent in the videos. We literally couldn't do this show without you. It's all about you guys, as is the channel. The channel is actually going to be all about you. So please do subscribe. If you're watching the other, or if you subscribe to the other Hammers Chat channel, the main channel, you're not automatically subscribed to this, so please do click on that button down there, and that gives you the notifications. Well, obviously what we want to do is we want to hear more from you, so if you want to join in and do what the other people have done today, please send in a video. Pick up your smartphone, put it in selfie mode, point it at yourself, press record, have a rant for 60 seconds or so, then press send and send it to us at info@hammerschat.com. Yeah, that's right, info@hammerschat.com, and they'll be gratefully received. We'll edit them and we'll put them up for you. I'll be back next week with another one. Just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsor, Noble Holidays. The link is below. Get yourself a good deal. Until that time, until Monday, unless we sign someone on Saturday, I don't think we're too confident. I will catch up with you then. Thank you for watching, and come on, you irons.